Mark Bass Knight was simply a phenomenon. In a place famous for storms, he was, in his own right, a political hurricane that reshaped the landscape of the region. It was, on meeting him, as if some combination of the rurally imperious Lyndon Baines Johnson and the forthrightly humble Harry S. Truman had somehow together slipped into the shoes of Senator Bass Knight as he began his ascent in North Carolina's General Assembly. Outer Banks Visionaries is a book about a place that has become famous, and the story, the journey rather, of how this place went from an absolutely barren sand dune famous for the Wright brothers to something today that has become a capital of tourism in America. It's a story about building North Carolina's oceanfront to become America's seashore. There are three important pieces that provide the context that illuminates how we got where we are today. And one of those pieces clearly is history, how our first national seashore came to be, and the people, importantly, behind that early vision. And then we layer upon that the financial dynamic nationally taking place at the very end of the Carter administration, transitioning into Ronald Reagan's 8 years as the president. And then the third part of that becomes a local tribe of entrepreneurs, visionaries, and builders who took not only that history, but also the opportunity created at a national level and began to apply that to this wonderful place and build North Carolina's oceanfront. And the combination of those three things is very much the story of those Outer Banks visionaries. I think one of the things that makes this story compelling is because the entrepreneurs who were in place were able to do a couple of things simultaneously that is fairly unique in the business landscape. Number one, they had a vision to transform a place, and that's critical. Entrepreneurs always have a vision. But they also had an environment to shape and build the market they were creating, and that's very rare to be able to shape not only a business in a market, but to shape the market itself. In 2023, North Carolina's visitor economy is more than a $33 billion business. The visitor economy regionally on the Outer Banks is far and away our largest economic driver. So as we contrast that journey from a sleepy landscape not that long ago to the glittering vacation destination it's become today, the way to understand that is to understand the people in their journey and how they used the opportunities they had to build something that has indeed stood the test of time. The question becomes, what's one takeaway from this story that we can use today as readers to inform the future? And I believe that's a couple of different things. Number one, it's recognizing the responsibility we have as citizens to place the destination we enjoy today in context relative to the journey of how we got here. And secondarily, we understand that many of the decisions, many of the choices those early visionaries and builders made painted the landscape that informs so much of our experience today. And if we understand that, we understand yet another responsibility, that our decisions today place in context a future generation and the quality of life they have around a destination they love. If we are to understand the journey of America's seashore, we are also, I hope, able to understand the next destination it becomes, keeping this wonderful place that we all love, and yet at the same time creating a place that future generations will enjoy as we have.